It is the golden age of Greece, a unique window of time that gives birth to Western ideals of beauty, science, art, and a radical new form of government: democracy. To immortalize those ideals, the Greeks build what will become the very symbol of Western civilization: the Parthenon. Its shapely, muscular columns, crowned with majestic capitals, are the very symbol of the classical world. Its height and width define perfect proportions. Its original sculptures have been looted and lusted after for their beauty. But as magnificent as the Parthenon is today, it is a shadow of its former self. 2,500 years ago, the Parthenon was built as the crowning achievement of classical Greece. It towered on the Acropolis, at the center of a complex of temples and altars, vividly painted and adorned with statues of mortal and immortal greats. The most prominent sculpture stood inside, a 40-foot-high gold and ivory statue of Athena Parthenos, the patron goddess of Athens. Kores and his team have investigated every angle on the Parthenon. And although the building looks straight, they've discovered there's barely a straight line on it. These curves are no accident. They start with the foundation, or stylobate. Each of the 46 columns has a gently curving profile and leans inward. Even the architraves, marble beams that span the columns, as well as the architectural elements above them, are curved. This means that each of the over 70,000 pieces of the Parthenon is unique and fits in only one place. No one has found anything resembling architectural. How did the ancient Athenians build the Parthenon with such precision in less than 9 years? But sometimes something's lost in translation. Here, the converging lines are telling us that the line on the right is taller than the line on the left. The result, an optical illusion.
This is another classical illusion. If you have two straight lines, if you add converging lines, these two lines seem to bow in the middle. So if the floor of the Parthenon has converging cues as to depth and perspective, you could have an illusory sag in the floor of the Parthenon.
Perhaps to compensate for the illusory sag, the builders left extra marble in the middle. The ancient Greeks realized that to construct a building that appears perfect, they would have to come up with a design that tricks the eye. What they invent is a system of optical refinements. According to Vitruvius, Greek architects believed in an objective basis of beauty that mirrors the proportions of an ideal human body. They observed, among many examples, that the span from fingertip to fingertip is a fixed ratio to total height, and height is a fixed ratio to the distance between the navel. Da Vinci's ideal Renaissance man famously stands in a circle surrounded by a square. Da Vinci named this image Vitruvian Man. The Parthenon was completed in 432 BCE. As the ultimate expression of Athenian ideals, the temple is adorned with mythological battles of victory: justice over injustice, civilization defeating barbarity, order prevailing over chaos. And perhaps for the first time on a Greek temple, the Athenians, mere mortals, depict themselves alongside the gods.
And so if the human beings, if the Athenians on the Parthenon frieze are elevated near the rank of gods, the gods are represented in a way that makes them human, and the difference between gods and mortals, between Athenians and the Olympians, is not one so much of kind as of degree. This is an extremely humanistic way of representing themselves.
Europeans rediscover classical Greece and, out of reverence, plunder much of its remaining sculptures. The most famous of which, the Elgin marbles, are in the British Museum to this day. When the Acropolis restoration project began over 30 years ago, Manolis Korres and his colleagues could have chosen to restore the Parthenon to its original state, adorned with sculpture and friezes painted in vivid colors. Instead, they chose to preserve what has survived these 2,500 years. A majestic ruin, a witness to what we needlessly destroy, and the beauty and perfection that we can create.